Happy New Year's from GP! We wanted to show you what we've been working really hard on in the last couple months. This is a brand new space that we've built with really cool things behind me. And we are working really hard on bringing you guys new content. Thank you so much for the year. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for all the support. And today we're gonna be taking a look at 2021 with each other and with you.
Something hard I dealt with this year is, mental health has always been a big problem in my family. It's a genetic issue. It's a thing that we've always known is a thing, but it's become even more of a thing, just in recent years in general, but, being an only child is fucking hard. It sucks. I don't like that I don't have anybody else to back me up on anything. Jim's family's been a huge help, which has been nice, but I don't know. Getting to be your parent's parent isn't fun. So.
How have you dealt with it?
I haven't.
That's okay, that's okay.
Mostly avoidance, which I know isn't healthy, and I need to work on that more, but. Bing, bing. It's hard because I don't really know how to talk about it because I still don't know what the solution is. I'm very much in the middle of the whole thing, so it's kind of a pain. Being more willing to ask for help.
What's helping you push through it?
Staying alive out of spite.
Yes. I'm here for that.
One of the hardest things that I went through this year is I lost my dad. And some of the community knows that and some of it doesn't. And I think that in a lot of ways, it's reflected in my content this year and some of the messages that I've had for the community and in videos. And it's still something, especially in the holidays, that I'm going through. And it's something that I will continue to go through. And I'm really glad that through everything, I have the family that I have and I have the friends here that I have. And I'm glad that I have the community because this has been one of the hardest things to go through. Like Nikki said, it sucks to become a parent for a parent. And as the oldest child, technically in my family, it was my responsibility to take care of my dad. And none of it was easy. And there were a lot of outside forces that made it a lot harder. And in a lot of ways, I feel like I've kind of lost the year that I've had. I'm not really even sure how it's the last week of this year right now because I remember what this time last year was like. And it's truly when everything was really crazy. But I'm really, really thankful for the people and the things that have kept me going because there were a lot of times that it didn't feel like I'd be able to. And there were a lot of people who helped, including all of you guys. So thank you. I love you.
Oh God, no. I'm gonna have to retouch my face. I feel that. Oh no. It's fine. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
I hate all this. I thought I was good, and then I sat in this chair and I went,
Christmas this year marks a whole year since I have talked to my mom, who's like the worst fucking person in the world. But it's really hard to go through therapy and go through all these things about my mom and my childhood without my mom. And she's alive and well, but like it's the first year that I haven't checked on her. Nobody knows if she's even alive right now, to be honest. That's like the scariest thought. But there's a lot of things happening this year that I wish I had my mom for. Really fucking bad. And I don't have a mother figure. And my dad, who I love very much, doesn't live here. And I don't get to talk to him as much as I would like to. And so I've kind of gone through this year for the first time without parents. And I have slowly become more and more of a lonely family type, and I don't talk to my family anymore, and it's meant a lot.
It's the fact that so many of us use finger guns as a defense
It's the
mechanism.
defense, yeah.
Yep.
Well, we like universally all use comedy as a defense mechanism, but the fact that we also specifically do the finger guns.
Is Tori gonna introduce herself?
I'm like, hey, here's all my trauma. You don't even know who I am. Hello. It's interesting taking a moment to talk about a bunch of hard things that I've been through this year in front of a whole new group of people and the internet. But this year in particular, I think has been a really big battle for my mental health, and specifically, it's been a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, a lot of PTSD. I've had a relapse with my eating disorder this year as well, which has been really hard to struggle with. I got down to a really terrible weight and had to go on this whole battle with nutrition and getting myself back to a healthy state of mind, and physical and emotional well-being is definitely hard to deal with, probably on an everyday basis for me, at least. But it's been a whole battle to build myself up to be a functioning human adult, which seems like such a faraway grasp, but I've been pretty proud of myself to make it for as far as I have been, because God knows I didn't think I'd make it to 23. So this year has been a lot, but we're making it there. Yeah, depression, mental health, suicidal thoughts. We all have our battles with all of it. So, sorry, it's okay. It's been a lot. It's really weird to talk about, but yeah, here we are, and we're doing our best.
Are you glad you're fighting it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a battle, but it is a battle that I am proud to be fighting every single day. So, finger guns.
We're proud
Yeah.
of you.
That's mine now.
Where the hell are the tissues?
In the bathroom.
I shoved one in my titty before we started because I knew.
Oh shit.
I just feel things
I didn't
too
know.
strongly.
Hair gloves do my makeup.
I think the biggest thing I dealt with this year, it's really hard for me to think about again, and I'm so sorry. Was that I almost quit GP. I was really close to leaving all my friends and everything I've built here, because I felt like it didn't need me anymore. And it was a really hard place to get to, and a really dark place to get to give up something you've put the most happiest years of your life into. I was able to work through that with people in the channel and the girls, and I'm still here, which is great, and we're doing great things. But to get to a place where I thought I would have to give this up was a lot. You basically have to tell your brain every day they're worth something, and the stories you tell yourself about what's happening in the world around you are not always right. And you can always reformat what you're doing to fit better. What I'm doing now is not what I was doing then. I'm still learning where to be and how to be.
I'm so excited to see how you're gonna avoid this topic when you get up there.
Fuck!
Ooh, this is,
Uh-huh.
I hate this. This is not a fun time.
My worst situation is that Alex makes me keep doing this kind of shit. Well, just like everyone else, I struggle with a lot of anxiety and depression. And this year, I had to do something that I don't normally do, which is try to put myself first and to do it kind of alone. And that's not something I'm good at. I please people before I can get to myself. I am always there for friends and family, but this year I had to put myself first. And that's not fun for me. It's still very difficult. I'm still struggling a lot with it. I'm still trying to figure out how my anxiety works and how to deal with it. I'm still trying to be okay with being alone in a lot of different ways, which is hard. But I'm doing it, even if it really, really sucks sometimes. And I'm not good at it, but I'm doing it. Okay, can I be done now?
Dab on it.
Okay.
Dab on it.
Yeah! I'm sweaty. Okay.
Take it, your turn.
Not no.
I have to panic pee.
How much you want to bet we never see her again? She's gone. She's gone. She climbs right out the window.
This year, I guess it's hard to think of everything that happened. Everything nobody knew about, which was the best part. I keep everything as just private as I can, and then some stuff, I guess, kind of leaks out a little bit sometimes. I've had a couple surgeries nobody knew about. That was rough recovering from those. And then I moved, which is not easy as well. During the holidays. So it has been a weird juggle. Moving is never easy. Moving is one of the most difficult things. I've moved out of state and I've moved 6 times in 7 years. So that's a lot. And I'm tired of moving, I'm tired of relocating. But I have a huge problem with just growing roots anywhere.
It's weird because I feel like this year was so uneventful in like every single way, like 99% of the time. So I think literally the only thing that happened to me this year that was worth mentioning was Disneyland. Which I mean, like obviously, like it's just fun getting to hang out with the girls generally and getting to go back when I haven't been in forever, and the Star Wars area was finally finished, whereas like it opened like a year after I went and I was like, God damn it. But it's only like the second time I've ever been, which was fun. I could honestly have probably spent the entire trip in Galaxy's Edge, and I don't think anyone else would have wanted that. So I just need to go back and do that when no one's looking at me, because honestly, there's some nightmare shit happening off camera. I had to acknowledge it. Just come in here, baby. Come on.
I was trying not to let my boots clank.
Get up. Get in here. As much as I loved spending time with all of the girls, and it was a huge highlight, they all went to dinner, and I went on Rise of the Resistance one more time. And then I just walked around Disneyland by myself for like an hour, and it was fantastic. So I think I need to just go alone someday. As much as fun as I had with everybody, like the whole trip was wonderful, but like, it was just kind of nice. Usually being by myself isn't something that I love, but it was like, it was good. It was a good hour.
One of the best things that happened this year is I became an aunt for the very first time, and it's been great, and I never thought that I'd be so excited about it. One of the other best things that happened is like GP accomplished so much stuff this year, and maybe that's a cop-out, but I don't think so. Like, we've grown in ways I didn't think we'd grow. We made this space. We have a full-time photographer and an editor and somebody joining us this year. And we did things and grew in ways I never thought would be possible. And I'm really, really happy to see that happen this year. And I'm really excited to see where we'll go from here.
The best part of this year for me was getting to quit my full-time job at the high school, and I got to join GP full-time, which is like the craziest thing I've ever done in my life. And all my friends and family were like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, that's exactly how that conversation went. And now I get to chase my dreams every single day. Getting to design and build this set that we're doing this video in is like a dream come true to me. And getting to do a bunch of secret projects that are coming up in the new year. I like finally have something that I can be passionate about, sorry high school, that I just like, I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked.
I would say there's been a lot of good things in my life, along with the battles and hardships that I've shared with my mental health struggles and everything that I've gone through. I've grown a lot as an individual. I've learned a lot of ways to keep myself going this year that I never would have thought that I would have had otherwise, which has been super rad. I consider myself as a pretty strong individual, and this year I like completely fell apart, and I was like, well, that's not true. So I've been able to kind of just appreciate myself more, and everything that I've gone through, and actually give myself credit for everything that I've done this year. I used to live in Salem. I moved up to Portland because I was like, Portland's just so much better for my mental health, and there's so much going on there, and I love it. And then a month after I moved from Portland, GP was like, hey, come back down to Salem. And I was like, fuck, all right. That's all right, here we go. And I've been doing this for about 3 months now. Doesn't feel like it because it was only the weekends because I was working with FedEx, which I'm not anymore. And that's super exciting. You haven't met me yet other than this video and whatnot, but I am now full-time with GP, which is wild to me. Just like Alicia, it's always been a dream of mine. It's always been something that I've wanted to do ever since I was a little girl, would be to create and inspire people and get to show all of the sides of me that I not able to in a normal like setting for work. And I am so beyond excited to be here with so many wonderful people. I'm not supposed to cry this time.
For you again, it's fine.
Yeah, with just so many wonderful people, and over the last 3 months has been probably some of the most rewarding and overall like loved that I've felt in years. So much support, so much love, and I am so beyond excited for what next year has to offer.
I would say the biggest thing for me is this building. This is a huge dream. I can't even get sentences out. I mean, we started in a garage and a very small basement and the room with the nightmare people above us. So to have a space this big is both terrifying and the coolest thing we've ever done. Just make this the thumbnail, just being able to see GP accomplish huge things. The fact that I can hire somebody else this year is huge. We used to be panicked about just giving somebody $100. Like, so the fact that we can buy people out of their jobs to come hang out with us is really cool.
Go, let's go. You look great. You're beautiful. That's so pretty. Yay.
That's it. That's the best part. Bye, everybody. I'm leaving. I think the best part of this year is I finally got into therapy. Like, yep, as you can tell, I needed it. Yeah, I think that's the best part. It was also, it goes hand in hand with one of the hardest parts too, because you gotta talk about a lot of things you may not want to talk about. But overall, it has helped me a lot. Like a lot. I didn't realize I had that much I needed to figure out in my life, but my therapist said, you do. But I was able to do it mainly because of GP. They definitely pushed me to, I wanted to do therapy, but they definitely got me to do it and gave me a little nudge. And it's helped me tremendously this year. And I'm really grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the people who also pushed me to be a part of therapy because it was very important. So thank you.
What are we talking about again?
The best time of your life this year.
Something great that occurred to you.
Yeah,
Good.
something good that happened.
I ran away from home
With
5
what?
times. What? We went to Vegas. That was good. That was great. We had a whole entire 7 days where I didn't have to worry everything that could be the highest amount of adrenaline rush that you could find in Vegas. We found. Legally. That was legal.
Thank you for being specific.
Yes.
GP moving was amazing. Just, it was nice not being, it still is very nice not being in 2 very small business offices, because when I joined, it was a closet, which wasn't very far up from where Sid joined. For the garage to closet, somewhere.
It went from closet, garage to closet.
Sometimes you have to take steps backwards.
That's it. That's the
Oh,
stuff.
my hand could. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
That's good. I like that.
she's not there. I was trying to grab her boob.
Osmosis! Osmosis!
Great, great.
Did you get it? Okay, you did.
Why touch my boob?
Thank you so much for joining us today to talk about the ups and the downs of 2021. It has been a roller coaster of a year for all of us, and we are so glad that you were able to join us. And without you guys and the Nerd Herd and on YouTube and Twitch and Patreon and every other goddamn platform we're on, none of it would be possible without you guys.
So many things that we did this year, we did because of you. We moved into this building. We made the different spaces on Twitch and YouTube. This is our new space that you guys will be seeing in videos. We're increasing our video production this year. We're doing all of it because of the support and love you give. So thank you from all of us.
We hope you have a great new year and can't wait to show you what we have in store, and we'll see you next week for Get Pwned. Boom! This is your cue.